Let's talk about speed, distance, and time. This is a topic in physics. So the speed here is denoted by small letter s, but in other references, we can see that they use small letter v to denote speed. Distance here is denoted by small letter d, while for time, we have small letter t. Now, if we are to write the different equations for each of this quantity, a big help for us would be using this triangle method. So inside this triangle, we can see the d on top. This is the distance on top of the triangle, while the speed is written on the left side and t is written on the right side. So we will have distance equation equal to, if we look at the triangle, if we cover distance, we can see speed and time. So we will multiply speed and time. So the equation becomes d equals to speed times time. Next, second equation is for the speed. Okay, looking at the speed here, if we're going to cover this, we can see what's left are distance and time. So speed is equal to distance divided by time. So that's our second equation. Now for the third equation, for time, if we are to cover time here, we can see distance and speed. And what we're going to do with them is to divide distance to the speed. So distance divided by the speed. So that's our third equation. So we have 3 equations for distance, speed, and time. But if you know how to derive formulas, one equation would be enough for you to remember. Now let's proceed to our example. Given are the following. The speed is 100 meter per second. Meter per second is the basic unit for the speed. Time is 5 seconds. So find the distance. So we have to compute for the distance. So looking at the equations, we're going to use the first equation. So writing the equation here, distance is equal to the speed times the time. So speed here is 100 meter per second. We're going to get the product times the time. Time is 5 seconds. So we'll just multiply 100 times 5. This gives us 500. And then we can cancel out the seconds. What's left is meters. So our distance is 500 meters. Let's discuss our second example. This is finding the speed. So our formula is speed equals to distance divided by the time. So let's have the following. The given are distance 90 kilometers and the time is 3 hours. Find the speed. So using this formula here, we will rewrite speed is equal to distance divided by time. So the distance is 90 kilometers over the time, which is 3 hours. So just divide 90 by 3. So that is equal to 30 kilometer per hour. So the speed for this problem is 30 kilometer per hour. Our last example is computing for the time. So we have time equals to the distance divided by the speed. Let's have the following given. The distance is 80 meters while the speed is 4 meters per second, and find the time. So solution would be, first is to write the equation, distance over the speed. Now let's substitute the given values. Distance is 80 meters divided by the speed, which is 4 meter per second. Now let's divide. 80 divided by 4 is 20. Now the units, we can cancel meters. And what is left is this one. So if you're going to move that up here, this will become 20 seconds. So the final answer for the time is 20 seconds.